All right, here's my audience.
Hello, my name is Jason.
Rosaria and Trish.
I'm about to start my final persuasive speech. These days, the cost of freedom is not free. There are those that need to fight for us to keep that right. Some make it home safe and sound, while some come home injured, and unfortunately, some do not make it back home alive. We need to take care of those wounded warriors that put their lives on the line for us. Can you help? Hello, everyone. My name is Jesse, and I'm here to talk with you about donating to the Wounded Warrior Project. Currently, there are over 1.4 million men and women serving in our armed forces. Chances are you're friends with at least one, or maybe even related to one. A couple things that I want to talk to you about is the need for donations to the Wounded Warrior Project, how you can donate to the project, and lastly, how your donation impacts our wounded warriors. Let's begin with why there is a need for donation. Our warriors come from many different backgrounds, from many different places. When they come home wounded, that's exactly where they go, home, and they need our help. Depending on the injury, they may have the need for medical treatment for one or more disabilities, treatment that may cost more money than they actually have. If these needs are not taken care of, they can get worse and leave a permanent scar on their lives, and if it's bad enough, maybe even take their life. As an example, let's say that you had a loved one that came home with a bad case of PTSD. They seem fine, but as the days go by with no help, it starts to take them over. You're concerned for their safety, which anybody should be, and you'd probably do whatever you could for them, right? We need to take care of these warriors so they can live their lives to the fullest. And it's not just in your neighborhood that needs help. It's all across the United States. According to the Huffington Post, as of late October last year, there were 50,000 wounded in the Iraq and Afghanistan wars. That's 50,000 of our friends and family that need help. And it's not just help around the house. It's help that can save their lives. 50,000 people may not seem like much in the grand scheme of things, but it's not just that 50,000 that's affected. It's also their friends and family. So now the tally is much higher. Family members of wounded warriors now become caregivers. This can add a lot of stress to an already stressful situation. According to the Wounded Warrior Project, there have been over 4,800 family members that have needed assistance and have actually received it. Another example for you as a caregiver, you have to help and clean, dress, and assist with day-to-day activities. A family member may not be used to or even know how to do this. Due to all these added stressors, you may need help too. They may need help too. Your donation can help with that. Those are the reasons why there is a need for donations for our wounded warriors and their families. Now I'd like to let you know how you can actually help them. You may be asking yourself, how can I help with these warriors? The answer is donating. You can donate directly to the Wounded Warrior Project as easily as going to their website, volunteering at events, or even taking part at the events to help raise funds. Doing any of these things, even though it may not seem like it, can help our warriors and their families with the healing process and transitioning back to civilian life. Instead of buying that new movie you want, go online and make a donation. All it takes is one donation to change a wounded warrior's life. Now that you know how to make a difference, let me talk to you about the impact of those donations. Donating to the Wounded Warrior Project gives our warriors a new life in the civilian world. It can also give them medical attention they need, along with tools they need to succeed with a new career, and even help their families if it's required. Not donating isn't a bad thing. You may not be able to afford it in today's economy. However, you can still volunteer your time at the events that help our warriors and their families out. Not doing anything can leave our warriors out in the dark. Did they do that to you? Alright, so how about I wrap things up? To quickly review, I talked to you about the need for donations to the Wounded Warrior Project, how you can donate to the project, and about the impacts that donations can have. I hope that by hearing me out today, you can now see how easy it is to help our wounded warriors out and the effects it could have on them and their families. Like I said before, members of our armed forces come from all over. They may even be your friends and members of your family. Coming home wounded can affect an entire community. Let me leave you off with this one thought. Today, you are not required to enlist in the military. It's a choice that you make. I know, because I'm a recruiter. If a warrior does come home with injuries sustained from fighting for your freedom, would you stand up for them? They stood up for you. Thank you for your time. Everybody's still here. Okay.